Oh shoot, I was mute again, wasn't I? Every damn time. Anyways, okay. Can you guys hear me now? Hello? Hello? Mod. Actually, I forgot to do that. I am so sorry. I will mod you after the stream. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. At least Jeff is home today, so if he wants to do some mod work, he can do that. Hello, hello. So as I was saying, hello, Red Paracetamol. Hello, Smugalanism. Hello, Creeper Chief. Hello, Melto Mancer. Or Melto Beans. I'm not sure which one you prefer. Either way, hello, welcome everybody. How are you guys doing today, huh? Hope you guys are doing good. It's Monday for me, and so I'm doing pretty well, if I do say so myself. Either one? Okay. Nice. So we actually have some pretty pog reacts that somebody suggested for us. Just give me a minute and let me see if I can actually, like, get the sauce to work. I'm good? Oh, that's awesome to hear. Wait, why is it not working? Oh, that's right, I didn't set the source to the correct thing. Okay. Wait, what? No, that's not one. Wait, what? Okay, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I'm busy sorting out my retardation. Give me a second. Okay, I think it worked. Let me check. Oh, it actually worked. Nice. Oh, just a quick question to you guys. Do you guys prefer it if it's in like this little box thingy, or do you want me to full screen whenever I game or react? I don't mind doing it if that's what you guys want, so you can see better. Because I do know some people watching phones and it can be a little bit hard to see. I don't mind waiting if you guys want to respond. Otherwise, I can just carry on. Let me just drink this coffee. Prefer the full screen? Okay. What are you reacting to this time? Are Women Okay by Shoe0nHead. So, Woo Pookie's feet. Somebody redeemed the title change. Woo Pookie's feet pics. Oh no. Okay. I will honor your redeem, my good sir. Woo Pookie's. Let's see. And the smiley emoticon thing, and then exclamation mark, feet pics. Done. I need to make that redeem more expensive. You guys are requesting this way too much. Anyways, okay. So let me see if I can full screen this thing for you. So I can't full screen it on my monitor because then I literally cannot read what you guys are saying. So I'm going to try make a compromise where I'll just enlarge it in OBS and hope that actually helps. Let me see. Oh dear, I accidentally closed it. Okay. Go to OBS. Where is this thing? There it is. Okay. So let's like put it there and then just drag it. Just drag it. Bop! You know what? That almost worked. I need to increase its sides. Or what I can do is just make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, now it's completely paused. Give me a sec. How do I do this? Give me a sec. You know what? I'll just do that. That's perfectly fine. Can you guys see? Is that better? So now you can see Shoe0nHead in all of full glory. I see last video gave you inspiration. It did. What was actually our last video? I don't even remember. Yep, awesome. I would make it bigger, but then it's not going to... It's going to start covering the chat box if I do it. So we can see the Blitzkrieg tab. The Blitzkrieg tab? What? as I was saying. Okay, let me see if I can make my chat boxes a wee bit smaller. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, we're perfect. You guys can see everything? Wait. Hold up, not perfect yet. We still got a little bit on the side. Femboy IHOP? Oh. Oh man, do not remind me of that. That was, oof. That was a close one. Mein Führer, yeah. Please do not remind me of the IHOP fanboy. That was, oof. That would scar me for life. Damn, whoever recommended that. Oh wow, we finally got it in full screen. Nice, nice, nice. Now we can actually start the. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Wait, actually, let's make myself slightly bigger. I want to give myself more pixels really quick. Give me a sec. And then we can just go like this. Bless you. Danke. Ooh, woo sneeze? I do not have a ooh sneeze. What are you talking about? Jeez, those redeems are so loud. Oh, of course he redeems the allegations. There you go, my good sir. Be happy with your time redeem. Let me just quickly make sure that this thing fits in the box. Yep, I do fit in the box. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so let's get into the video while you guys laugh at me for getting scared. Hopefully the audio is fine. Just let me know if it's not. I always have audio issues. He has a skirt. Get him. Haha, very funny. Very funny. Man, why is it so hard to just put the multi-chat over the chat? Why is this window so tiny? Okay, there we go. I think we're sorted. I think we have worked out all the technical difficulties. Now we can get into it.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And
Wait,
war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And Raytheon stock. War is a terrible thing, and this war has been happening for a very long time, from before most of us were born, and will be raging on after we're long gone.
The war on terror thing?
I'm of course talking about the gender war.
Oh. Okay, that explains. I mean, the video is titled Are Women Okay? So that kind of makes sense, okay.
Men versus women. For those of you who've been following me for the past year, you know of my ongoing research into the man question.
I only figured out about this person like a couple of weeks ago, so no, I haven't been following whatsoever.
Learning how to be a real man. If you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual.
True, true. Real men don't wear seatbelts in the passenger seat.
To judging men's living spaces. Men will literally not buy a TV stand, but will have 2 mini fridges.
That is true. One for the beer, one for the apple juice, and the ice cream.
Examining their interesting dating rituals. Wish your toes were in my mouth right now.
Smugglana simp. I know this is you.
I mean, hey. And although this journey is far from over, I decided to take a break to focus on the fairer sex. That's right. The women. There are many things women love in this world. Flowers, chocolate, pumpkin spice lattes, cute animals, shopping.
Oh, and don't forget, I like cheese. I remember reading somewhere in 4chan, to impress a woman, you have to present her with a piece of cheese.
Complaining and nagging, am I right, fellas? But
that is true, they do complain and nag a lot.
Above all else, women love posting their own L's.
And monsters? Yes.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt.
Oh yeah, too much. Remember the book stand? With all female authors? I do.
I am in a toxic situationship with one of my exes. Last week I was
What the heck's a situationship?
so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me, and this year I have had chlamydia twice.
What's chlamydia? Yay!
So I've been working on a pretty big video, and I thought it would be nice to take a little break and make some trash content, because I know you guys love the trash content. And I feel like the last 2 videos were a little more...
So, wait, what? So it's like an STD? Why would you post that online? What is wrong with you? Well, I guess she did say that women like to post their L's, but I was not expecting those kind of L's.
Serious than I usually am, so I feel like it's trash time. So let us answer the question on everyone's mind. Are women okay? No. No, they are not. But
I appreciate the straight answer. That is what guys want. We want the straightforward answer. We want yes or we want no. We don't want the roundabout nonsense they keep giving us. Situationship equals relationship where both partners hate it but too scared to break up. What? That sounds like made up nonsense to me. How do you... What? If you hate it, why you... Huh? Yeah, Multiman's already answered what chlamydia is, but... Situationship, what? I cannot ever imagine a scenario where two adults are in a situationship where they're in a relationship thingy, but they're too scared to leave. But does that happen? Is that common? I mean, I assume it's common for them to address it with an actual definition, you know, with an actual word for it, and not give a definition. I didn't know this was a common thing. It doesn't happen here. Well, to my knowledge. Maybe it's an American thing. Who knows?
Before we get into this deep dive into the psyche of the modern woman, let's quickly get into today's sponsor.
Speaking of the psyche of the modern woman, the most information I've ever found on this was the one guy who brings out the box, you know, the different boxes for the guys and the women. Is good tonight, mein Führer? Yeah. And he explains that how men have the nothing box that we can open, and we can think about nothing. We usually bring out the nothing box when we're going fishing or something, and then the eating spaghetti, nice. And then the woman brain is like a jumble of cables that connect to everything.
Are you tired of this happening to you?
No.
Introducing AG1. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that helps support your immune system, digestion, and whole body health.
Okay.
Packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, it has all the nutrients you need in one little drink.
Why don't we just eat normal food? Hold up. Automod hit someone. Allow. Fun fact about chlamydia. If men get it, they have to use a metal rod. They stick it in... Oh, so that's how they get it out. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure why I needed to know this today, but if I ever do get that, which is probably never going to happen, at least I have an idea of what's going to be the treatment method.
AG1 is also free of gluten, herbicides, GMOs, pesticides, and artificial colors and sweeteners. Big GMO is shaking, honey. If you know me, you know my diet basically consists of chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, so AG1 really helps me get old.
What is with girls and chicken nuggets? Like, pretty much all of them that I know, they have this weird obsession with chicken nuggets. Like, I want to go to KFC and I want to get myself like 4 burgers and 2 large fries for myself, and they'll go and order like a box of chicken nuggets. Why? That explains why he's sponsoring it. True. Tism? I like that thinking. It must be the tism. You eat the same stuff.
All those vitamins I am sorely lacking in one easy and effective way.
The life
Just
of a
one
guy.
scoop or travel packet, 8 to 10 ounces
Bro, that looks like dirt.
of cold water, shake it up, and you're ready to go. I've included AG1 in my morning routine, and I feel like I have much more energy throughout the day.
I wonder if that's placebo effect.
Don't even crave an energy drink once, so I highly suggest.
That's close to my average fast food order. Exactly, right? All guys want the 4 burgers and 2 large fries, and like a side drink, whether it's like a Coke, Pepsi, soda, orange juice, something, right? Something to wash it down.
You check it out yourself. Also, it tastes pretty good, which I honestly was not expecting. It's got a hint of
Like every time I go to a restaurant that has burgers on the menu, I'm gonna get the burgers and fries. I don't care about no fancy dish names that sound Italian and French combined that I've never even seen before. I want to get a burger because I know the burger's good, and I don't want to waste money. I could buy myself 10 burgers and 1 large Coke. See, there you go. I remember getting a family meal between me and a friend, and we each got 2 family meals because of how tiny the McDonald's burgers are. And so we finished a family meal to each of us.
like sweetness and pineapple and vanilla, and it's definitely a more pleasant way to get all my nutrients as opposed to swallowing a whole bunch of pills in the morning. So go to the link in the description now.
Sounds like a vitamin bomb. Most Americans are massively vitamin deficient. Oh, okay. Well, then stop eating plastic food and you won't have this problem. For some reason, I'm still skinny. Probably the good metabolism there. Like, I've seen like documentaries where people take American fries, they put them in like a jar, and they leave it there for a whole year and still fresh. There's something really going on with your guys' food. Caught true. But it's so tasty. Yeah, and too much of it is bad for you. And you wonder why half of you guys are freaking obese. It's because you keep eating nonsense like this. Oh, damn it, I feel like sneezing again. Hold on. Like, I don't take any supplements or whatever. My people have been living in the middle of a desert for the past 400 years on nothing but milk and red meat, and we grew to basically be one of the largest people groups in the world. We don't need nothing. That's what I said earlier in the Discord server. Americans like chemicals and plastic for some reason. True, true, true. The microplastics, they're making the frogs gay too. I was wrong. Situationship is a romantic sexual relationship that is not considered to be formal or established. Ah, the new definition surfaces. Now this makes a lot more sense. Like, I've seen that happen many, many times, and it always ends bad, just by the way, so I don't know why you would ever get yourself into that. This is why you need guababa. For those of you who don't know, guababa is the fear of approaching women or shooting your shot. And a teaspoon of guababa a day keeps a humbling experience away. That is my life advice for you guys. Always take a teaspoon of guababa.
Now to get a year's supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 travel packs for free with
Those look like something else. Yet they hate spam, but they eat hot dogs like it's daddy's girl going to college for the first time. What the heck is spam? Sorry, I have too much guababa. You can never have too much guababa. Guababa will save you from a humbling experience.
your first purchase. Also, the best part is
It also keeps the lawyers away, by the way, you know, when she wants to take half your house.
for every order of AG1, they donate to organizations around the world, providing healthy meals to children in need.
Oh, that's
Taking
awesome.
care of your body shouldn't be a hassle, and now due to AG1, it doesn't have to be. So get in on today's offer by visiting drinkag1.com/shoe0nhead or simply clicking the link down below. Big thank you to AG1 for
Spam is processed meat that can in a can that can last a long time. Oh. Interesting, interesting. Is it similar to like bully beef that we have in South Africa? Which is like basically processed beef in a can, and it comes with a key, and you have to open the can with the key. You have to kind of like turn around and then you pop it open. Just the pathetic version. Oh yeah. You don't have spam in South Africa? No, I don't even know what spam is, bro. Well, spam in South Africa is the Indian telemarketers that keep on sending me messages. That's what spam is here. We have processed canned food. It's more like pork. Okay, so I assume it's probably the oinker version of bully beef down here in South Africa. I assume. I don't actually know. It tastes pretty mid. I don't like it personally, but my mom knows how to make it into a good meal. And it's probably more real meat than what you guys have over there in the US. Same here, but Russian Ukrainian instead. I see, I see. No spam, so uncivilized. More like no microplastics, so uncivilized.
for sponsoring this video. And thank you, as always, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
Ah, it's
Now
a
let's get
pleasure.
back to the video.
She
From
looks
posting
like she looks like a friend that I had in high school.
about their old high school teachers subscribing to them on OnlyFans, to posting about their boyfriends cheating on them with their own mothers. Women
What? That's crazy. Spam is a luxury to have in my country? Why? It sounds terribly mediocre.
love posting their own L's. I would know, despite rumors, I am a woman. Now for the boomer
Rumors? I'm interested to know the rumors.
demographic who watches me, who
Expensive?
doesn't know what an L is,
Hey man, 3/4 of the world wants to move here to eat our plastic food. No, they just want your plastic money. US, well actually I don't even know what banknotes are made out of. US is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, true.
an L is a loss, and a W is a win. And for the
Okay.
Zoomer demographic that watches me,
Please don't say for real. I'm not buzzing.
Yat
Oh, no.
Ohio Rizzler. When you try to be petty and request money from your ex and accidentally send it.
Oh man, like, hi, I know it's been a while, but can I please borrow $100 and you send the guy money?
Here's $100 for wasting my time and being a cheater. L. Absolute L. My ex-boyfriend is now
Woman,
gay,
woman,
and my
true.
ex-girlfriend is now straight.
Wait, what? My ex? Oh, so you're basically turning them away from women. I see.
Call that p***y conversion therapy. When I helped the guy I was in love with get his girl because I thought maybe he'd fall in love with me in the process.
No, that's not how it works. No, why are you so stupid? It is ridiculously easy to get a guy. You just tell him you like him, and he's sold. You tell him you can cook, you can clean, you'll be an excellent mother and wife, And he's even more into it. That's all you need. You don't even need to do nothing. You don't need a job. You don't need an education. You don't need nothing. But this is not how you do it. He's just gonna go after the other girl.
Says. No! Why did she think this would work?
No, from experience, gay. No, I ain't gay. What if it's a man who can cook and clean? I can cook and clean. So what? Yeah, but wouldn't you want a wife who could also do that too? All they need is feet. Oh, no, please not the feet fetish again. We need to send you to feet conversion therapy.
Life is not TV! You are not the main protagonist of a Hallmark Christmas movie! Just remember the time I went on a first date to the London Zoo.
Who goes to zoos in a first date? What? Bro, what?
And at the gate he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket,
Man,
which I said I
lol.
would. At which point he pulled out a 2-for-1 voucher, so I paid for my ticket and he went in for—
What? Oh man, bro's got the big brain. Bro will go from feet to armpits if you do that. Oh no. That'll just make it a lot worse. I would totally do this, by the way. This is something that I would do. Not out of any malicious intent, but if the date doesn't work out, at least I have tickets for the other girl, right? You know, backup plan, plan B. Unless it's my wife, okay, then the 2-for-1 is gonna use for her. Riskless investment, true. A test is if the woman is humble. Yeah, dude, humble woman is definitely a priority.
for free. I had to break up with him. Our signs weren't compatible.
Bro, I am so sick and tired of this. Mostly Western liberal white women who are so hell-bent on believing on these horoscope nonsense. And they deliberately, give you the most vaguest sounding nonsense so that it sounds remotely true no matter what the circumstance is. It is a pile of garbage. Stop basing your life around this nonsense because you're going to end up breaking up with a perfectly normal guy because my star sign is not compatible. She's definitely a Sagittarius. You know what? I think it's the eyebrows. Yeah, it's 100% Sagittarius.
Once again, here we go. Astrology is racism for white women.
You think this video is terrible? There's a chance that I'm going in a class full of women? Salute you, sir. Prayers your way.
I'm a Gemini, and he told me not to flush when I peed at his house to save money, so I obliged until I went through his Discord and found pics of him drinking it. Oh!
Oh man, that is so weird. Just flush next time.
Oh no! I invited him to the crib, cooked for him, gave him the sloppiest neck you can manifest in your—
You gave him neck? What? Like a slice of pork by the neck? Well, don't stare at me, I didn't do nothing.
mind. Let him fold me like an origami.
A what? Why do you guys have such weird names for that? And what? What is this deplorable behavior you guys got going on here? Okay, if that's just what the neck is, I don't even want to know what the origami is. Don't even tell me. I don't want to know what the origami is.
Bird. Called him an Uber, then blocked him and never spoke to him again. I really beat him to the punch. We are learning the game too fast. Wow, you sure showed him when
I don't even think the guy cares. No, but like, not just the act in and of itself, but the way it was whole orchestrated. Like, you invite this random dude over your house, you do all this, you Uber him out of there, and then you just block him? Like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Good Christian boy, me too. When I broke up with a white boy and he deleted his Stop Asian Hate story highlight. Uh-oh.
When I broke up with a white boy and
he wanted his anime waifu.
He deleted his Stop Asian Hate story. Guys, my friend got banned from Tinder because she'd show up to dates without makeup and the dudes kept reporting her as a catfish.
I'd do that too. Not because she's not wearing makeup, but because I don't like women wearing makeup to alter their appearance. I think it's categorically bad. I don't care if you're ugly as hell, you put that as your PFP. I would much rather you show me your actual face than have it plastered with clown makeup. It just looks better. Right? Is any other guys with me on this one? I think makeup is stupid. I think it's a scam. I think pretty much all beauty products is a scam. I've used the same Protect soap for like 20 years and I'm still handsome. You guys are being scammed. Like a light lipstick, maybe a little bit of, a little bit of tinge of red, but other than that, scam.
Oof. I don't know, I've always quickly shown the men I've dated what I look like without makeup, because I figure if you don't love me at my naked-faced gremlin, you don't deserve me at my 2006 MySpace mid e-girl. I wanted this man to be vulnerable with me for so long. He finally called me yesterday and opened up, but the second he started crying, I lost all interest in him quickly. Women be like, men need to show their emotions till a man shows their emotions.
Oh, jeez. I think bro needs to find a new girl. She's not the one. Nope, she's not the one. Imagine demanding something and as soon as you get it, you complain. A woman moment.
Told my husband not to buy me a Christmas present. I'm fuming that
I've seen this happen so many times. And like, I will ask someone, okay, do you want me to do this? And I'll start doing it once they say yes. Okay, cool. Maybe I gotta sweep. Maybe I take the dog out. Something. You go and you do it. No, you're not doing it properly. And then you get yelled at and you get told, don't do it. Okay, cool. So you don't do it. Next week they complained you didn't do it. Hello? Can someone please explain the logic to me? But I'm sorry, but if you said you don't want it or you don't want it done and it's not done, you have no right to complain.
he
I prefer a woman
actually
to be the
is.
strong one in a relationship. It's kind of gay, bro. I'm the one crying, not her. It's okay to cry, though. But you gotta have some semblance of, emotional maturity to not be, a crying slob the whole time.
Isn't. Do not. I repeat, do not listen to women when they say this. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? No. Bullshit. Get.
I agree with her. I like this one. Pretty games because she hates the marriage. Sag. Oh no. Damn. Sorry, petty games, not pretty games.
them fries. I will never forget this guy I was seeing didn't
I'm sorry, but if I'm married, she will learn. You gotta give me the straight answer. If you tell me you don't want fries and I come back with no fries, it's on you. Simple as.
text me back for 3 days, and when he finally texted me, I was like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I was
Don't
just
give yourself a
watching
heart
The
attack.
Sopranos. When you are on your third kid and third baby daddy at 23, it's the hypersexual personality with a breeding kink for me.
This sounds like hoe apologetics, I'm sorry. Same, I'm autistic, hints just whoosh over me. Nope, that's just being an average male.
Okay, for the
It's the woman hints that are the problem, not us.
last time, you do not have a breeding kink. That is called being a woman. It is not a fetish. It came free with your genetics. Someone just asked my due date. I am not pregnant. A reminder, once again, that unless a woman tells you she is pregnant, please don't assume. It's really hurtful.
Hogs mad.
Oh god, do not do this. I have seen this actually happen in real life. The internet will never know when I'm pregnant, by the way. They'll just have to assume I'm eating good. I was talking to this guy I met on Tinder, having the best conversations while we
Okay.
sipped on our boba. But
Yo, what? Please tell me that's actually boba tea, not something else.
when he found out my body count was close to triple
Triple what?
digits, the conversation got quiet. He ghosted me after and blocked my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok.
Based, absolute W. Hoes mad. If her body count is in freaking triple digits, she's not the one for you. Matter of fact, it should be 0.
All guys really care that much? Maybe I should start telling my dates
Bubble tea. Okay, cool.
that I'm a virgin instead.
No, if you lie, it's worse. It's better to be honest, but it's still bad that it's like that. Boba tea? Okay.
Yes, guys care that much. And not just guys, and especially triple digits.
This is true. Women who are pregnant have more of an oval-shaped belly.
If you're
Noted,
somebody who
noted.
takes sex
Simp is the,
seriously and you think it's a special
biology expert.
thing, or you're a virgin, or you yourself have a low body count, it's perfect.
No, do not fall for a cheek. Do not fall for the nice cheeks. Women are temporary. Pick any other thing and it's eternal. Just they are temporary. Do not lose focus of the true goal. The emperor, the glory of the empire is eternal.
Perfectly acceptable to care about body counts. But if you a hoe, or if you a man hoe, and you care about the other person's body.
My Bible told me to stay a virgin with someone special. Based. Absolute W. Dolls? No, we don't need to devolve into degeneracy. Look, the pillow's already a step too far. We don't need to go a step beyond that. Not an expert, just more females in my family than men, duly noted. But that does give you a little bit more insight than the average Joe. Seeing something like that was horrifying, I can imagine.
Count, you're a fucking hypocrite. But I feel like even
True.
if you are a hoe or a man hoe with like a 20-something body count, I feel like you could still judge someone who's in the triple digits. How do you even meet that many people? I don't even know 15 people. I'm gonna give this one a W because I'm just impressed. That's just impressive.
No. You give it an L. Be not impressed by the whoredom. Give it an L.
When I got pulled over for speeding and the nice officer said I could just show him a picture of license instead because I forgot my wallet, and watched me scroll past multiple boob pictures, and I couldn't tilt my phone the other way because my dad was in the other seat.
Why do women do this? I know so many women who do this. Like, it reached a point where my girlfriend passed me her phone the one time, like many years back. She's like, here you go. You can scroll through my phone. Now, this was actually a ploy to get her to get me to allow her to scroll through my phone. That's a no-no, okay? You are not allowed in my based meme folder. And I'm not going to explain every single image that I download to argue with retards on the internet. And so I was immediately like, no, I don't want to know, okay? I have accidentally looked over your shoulder when you were typing or scrolling in your gallery, and I've seen things. I don't want to see them anymore. And I don't know why they do this. Women, all the women in my family knows are either hags or crazy. Damn. Why did they not put those in the hidden photos? Why did they take them in the first place? I cannot fathom why you would ever need to take images of that. Why? There is no reason to, unless it's for like medical reasons, or maybe it's, I don't know, part of another larger image data set to, I don't know, track your weight if you're doing like a weight loss program or something, I don't know. To seduce men like the succubus they are? Dude, that's just whole behavior. Why would you do that? No. Women have to start treating themselves with a little bit more respect than that.
Okay, there is nothing more stressful and anxiety-inducing than handing someone your phone to show them a picture, and you're just like, okay, give it back. Because if they...
I'll happily swipe through... No, Multimaster. Thou shalt set no wicked thing before thine eyes. I'm pretty sure that was in Proverbs.
they accidentally swipe, they're gonna be seeing your hentai horse futa.
After the incident with the monster novels on the shelf written by women authors, I wouldn't be surprised.
Am I right? Who among us does not have that on their phone? I remember one time I was so obsessed with a boy that I found out his address, his mom and dad's number.
Oh, she too crazy. She too crazy. Nope. That's an L. Swipe left, boys.
I would call his mom, and when she answered, I would make up lies about him so he got his phone taken away so he didn't
this is
talk
crazy
to other
behavior.
girls. I found his family members' names, how many times he moved houses, what schools he went to, found all his family photos, found all the girls he messed with so I could become friends with them.
You don't need to go through that. What is wrong with you? You have to befriend a guy like guy befriends guys. She has crazy eyes too. True. You walk up to him, you give him a handshake, and hey man, what's up? How you doing? Instantly sold. And you'll be friends for life. He won't know your name, he won't know your birthday, he won't know where you live, but 10 years down the line when you need 100 grand for something, he got you covered, alright? Because you're his homie. Guys are just like that. They won't talk for an entire year and they will pick up the conversation like it was yesterday. You just gotta be straightforward with them. You don't need to plan and plot, like you're some, subverter and destroyer of an empire that you're trying to take down from behind the scenes. You just go up to the guy, you say hi. It's as simple as that.
What's crazy is men will look at this and they'll be like, I could fix her. Okay, so
Oh, you can't fix her, guys. You can't fix her. We need to get out of this fixer mentality. You cannot fix her. Find someone who is not... Okay, I don't use the word broken because nobody is perfect, but you gotta have some semblance of standards. And not just, standards you look for in a partner, but women and men alike need to have standards that they uphold themselves to, people. But I'm a fixer, my liege. No, you cannot fix her. There is no fixing. Only Jesus can fix her.
So when I was in 3rd grade, I had a crush on this guy, but he had a crush on this other girl, and I cried about it to my mom, and my mom was like, who cares? They're not gonna get married.
I don't believe in fixing. I'm buying with a warranty. Buying women with a warranty. Nice. That's called marrying a godly woman. Anyways. they're not gonna get married. And I saw today that they did in fact get married. Oh damn. That probably does sting a little bit, but I mean, who cares? Just find another husband.
Married, and that made me feel better until I saw today that they did in fact get married. This reminds me when people are like, oh, like, don't worry, your school bully is gonna be fat and ugly in the future. No, my school bully is a fucking bodybuilder now.
It do be like that. Meanwhile, we're just getting old again, fat gay.
She could kick my ass. It's important to remember.
My only standard, she needs birthing hips, gotta have 10 kids to work at the farm. Based, have lots and lots of babies. My only criteria is a woman after God's own heart. If she loved the Lord, she's the one.
That you were not the main character, and sometimes good things happen to people you do not like. And honestly, you're 27 years old. Time to move on from your 3rd grade crush.
What? Well, that's like 20 years worth of crush, right? That's obsessive behavior.
A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and I should eat less. I just ate an entire f***ing pizza. F*** you, Brian.
Brian was probably being helpful. He wants you to stay healthy. Why would you do this? Holy, yep. My only requirement is look feminine, so you like the femboys? I see how it is now. Also, just for the record, I could probably eat that entire pizza myself, and I believe most guys my, age and size could probably do it as well. But it doesn't mean we should, especially if we are going to get fat. Like, we caught? Nice. Bad chief. Really showed Brian? True, yeah. You did the exact same thing he told you was gonna happen.
Oh, no, no, no. Do not do this. Do not spite eat to get back at someone calling you fat. You go to...
Yes, it has the opposite effect of what you wanted to have. It's going to vindicate them, and they will be justified in calling you fat.
The gym and you get... What is happening out there? Who is...
It wasn't me. I know what you guys are thinking. It wasn't me. We haven't started the reclamation process yet.
dying. The guy I really like ghosted me because I posted a TikTok about guys with piercings, and he didn't have any.
Natural selection boost. Okay. Lady, I'm sorry guys, but if you have a piercing, it's gay. And if a girl is obsessed with guys with piercings, you don't have any, clearly, you're not the one for her, so you're gonna move on and find another one. It's as simple as that.
Honestly, kind of the man's L here.
No,
Women
it's
will
not.
often talk
No, it's not.
about what they're attracted to and what their type is, and
Your
they'll talk
breeder
about like what
exploded,
men they
lol.
find handsome, and like men who like that woman will like constantly obsessively compare themselves to those features and those people. They'll be discouraged because they don't look anything like them. Like maybe she likes blonde hair and maybe he has brown hair. But if she likes you, she will make an exception and make...
Well, yeah, but she probably doesn't like you yet. Why not just find someone who likes guys with brown hair if you got brown hair? Why waste your time? Right? Or am I wrong?
Maybe she's attracted to things she didn't even know she was attracted to until she met you. Congratulations to the man who had matched with me the moment I told him I was a journalist. Keep it classy, Middle America. Also, guess whose name I'm running through the court records tonight? What a Chad! Do not date journos.
You guys don't hate journalists enough. I know I've said it time and time again, but you do not hate journalists enough. You think you do, but you don't. Red flag, hell yeah.
Matched me on Tinder, so now I'm gonna run your name through the courts. Okay, psycho. Oh, of course you worked for Jezebel. Rest in piss.
Good riddance to them. Avoid journalists and people, true. Oh no, this is one hell of a take right here.
Women need to start using men for sex. Sleep with them and block them. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Who wants to tell her? No, but really, not all men do.
Okay, most guys, unfortunately, would probably not even care. But I proved shush you. Anyways, no, don't do this to yourself, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up lonely with 45 cats and wonder what went wrong.
Do that, so now you're just contributing to this cycle of abuse. Do not do this.
9 simps.
Woman L. My boyfriend said he was into BDSM, so he'd have me doing burpees, planking.
Wait, what? What's happening here, huh? No, 999. Not even that simp. Only the wife. Otherwise, it's gay. What is that? What, 30, 18? What's happening here, boys? I'm sorry. I draw lines there. I have the 85% rule, where the younger partner cannot be younger than 85% of the elder's age. So if we had to do some math, 20 years of age, you had to round that down to 85%, you end up with something like, 17. And it scales with age. People do the half plus 7, that don't work so well the higher up you get. But the 85% rule has never failed me. And it is part of the Guababa, logic. It will save you from a humbling experience.
Wall sits and push-ups. I was into it, and he said he loves watching girls get
The 4-year gap rule, you can do that too. But if you're 300 and she's, 290, it ain't gonna matter so much. Hence, the 85% rule. Trust me, guys, it works every single time.
push their physical and mental limits when they submit to him. Then after a few months of this, he admitted he was just trying to get me in better shape because he didn't like having sex with me as much as he did at my old weight. Should I be offended?
Wait, hold on, let me read this. He was into gym stuff, okay? That's a little bit creepy, not gonna lie. But then again, it was just the guys with this. Let's see. So he just wanted you in better shape? It's not so bad. The reasons are a little bit, off, but okay.
Okay, this one
Easier
is
to math? No. If you do the hard work of the math, you will be rewarded.
just funny. Wait, what are these ages? 18 and 29.
I said the exact same thing. What's going on here?
My old weight? Me and my boyfriend.
Oh, that's even worse. Right? Because 18, that's a current weight. What the hell's our old weight? Nah, that's something real suspicious happening over there. We need the popo to investigate. Why admit it, though? Admitting stuff to women never goes well. Admitting stuff to the right woman goes well in the end. Suspect? Hell yeah, we're suspecting this guy. That's some really sus stuff going on over there. We need the feds to investigate that guy's house.
We're hanging a TV and I told him to just let me do it.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Lady, you let the guy do it. Do not say let me do it, and then when it breaks, you blame him. I had a classmate who was 17, dated a guy in early 20s in college. That is sus, bro. I'm sorry. That breaks the 85 rule. If you're 17, best you can do is 20. And I'll leave it at that. And I think 17, 20 is fine, okay? 3 years, it's fine.
And now there's 30 holes in the wall. How do I tell him I need him to do it?
Take the L and own up. If he loves you, he'll look past it.
Let your man do man things.
Or just do that. That will prevent the entire problem from ever happening.
Men were built for war and hunting. And now they're stuck in
Hell yeah,
cubicles
brothers.
for 8 hours a day doing Microsoft Excel. The least you could do is let a man hang a damn TV. I don't care. If you can open the jar yourself, give it to him. Men in captivity need to feel like they have a purpose.
That is so true, guys. How many of you guys are sick of the 9 to 5, having feel like you've accomplished absolutely nothing, and when you finally get to do the one manly thing like opening up a jar of pickles, she says no? It's really hard being a guy in 2025. I remember a YouTuber called something got canceled because he dated a 17-year-old when he was 19. But that's just nonsense, man. That's such a nothing burger. Why are you arguing over that? Like, most people will throw a hissy fit because, they'll play the minor card. Oh, she's under 18. No. I don't even think, morally speaking, that anyone under 18 should do anything that would be, explicit. But I also think that people over that age who aren't married should do that either. By the way, okay, my standards go both ways. If you're a 19-year-old dating a 17-year-old, long as you're not doing anything unless you're married, it's completely fine. That's cool. If you're 20 and 17, that's cool. When you're married, you do whatever you want. Before then, you don't even touch her. You don't even look at her ankles. Simp, you don't even look at her big toe. You don't even get that far.
Or else they die. Do you notice that men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it.
Because we don't want to waste time with you people.
These guys are told when a woman says no, that means no.
We get this drilled into our heads since primary school. And we know that if you push the no, you get into trouble and they get off scot-free.
They're correct. So if you say no, you better mean no.
Exactly. When you're conversing with a guy, you have to mean what you say and say what you mean.
Apparently, like a large percentage of men aren't even approaching women anymore. The amount of TikToks I have seen of women secretly filming men hitting on them, and the men are not even being creepy.
The gym. I'm sure you guys have seen it 100 times. Some dude is busy working out, you know, he's on his 20th rep, benching like, I don't know, 120 kilograms. And he's got his bro there supporting him, and he's cheering him on, he's going, hell yeah. And then there's some woman behind him who's squatting like 10 kilograms, filming the guy and then accusing him of watching her. And he's like, what? I didn't do nothing. Playing hard to get woman when the guy goes out to the easy to get woman? Yep. Do not play hard to get, okay? That is just retard thinking. That will not get you a man any faster, and will not get you a quality man any faster. Be direct with the guy.
They're being pretty normal, maybe they're a bit awkward, and the caption's like, this creep was hitting on me, whoa, how dare him? Like...
And that's why they don't want to approach women, because we don't want to have to deal with that. Because we know that socially and legally, we will suffer a lot more consequences than they will if we mess up.
How do you think your parents met? How are people supposed to meet people nowadays? Tinder? Like, you can't just walk up to a girl or guy you think is cute anymore. You have to be swiping on them. I am afraid we have Me Too'd a little too close to the sun, and now the men are...
Bro, the Me Too was such a disaster for society.
Afraid of speaking to us. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to rail me, and he said he was too tired, so we went to bed and I literally woke up to him jerking it. Honestly, I can't decide whose L this is.
It's both. This is an L on both sides.
Is it her L because he didn't want to have sex with her? Or is it his L for being too lazy? Perhaps she lays there like a dead fish. I don't know. Maybe just work out your issues in private. Why is this even on TikTok?
Literally, though. Why don't you just talk to him about it? What is wrong with you?
Wait, no. On second thought, do not work them out in private. This is great content. Please do keep posting. I got asked
I mean, yes, it does benefit us to farm the idiots.
on a date today, and I blocked the guy because he asked me what I wanted to do instead of just telling me.
Oh man, you retard. If you end up alone with 50 cats when you're like 60, that is entirely on you. It is not the guy's job to tell you, hey, we're gonna do this. We were told that, you know, you're an independent woman, you can decide for yourself. Real Question went to a stand-up comedy show and the ticket scanning girl kept smiling at me. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Oh dear. Kept smiling at me after the show. What's your move? Just say hi to her. And if a conversation gets going, maybe you can ask for a number. It's not that deep. She invites you over to her place and the parents are gone, you don't go. Gobaba will save you from a humbling experience.
Me. Listen, there is a reason. Okay,
Oh, shoot.
give it back. Because if they ask, it's me bringing home Chipotle, is the motto no
Oopsies.
longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no,
Shamelessly
that's it.
flirt.
These guys are told when
don't
a
do that
woman
either.
says no, that means no, and they're correct.
100%
So
full
if you
scene.
say no, you better mean no.
I need to
Apparently,
take
like
you
a
guys on a dating course. We're gonna do Foxu's Dating Guide 101.
large percentage of men aren't even approaching women anymore. The amount of TikToks I have seen of women secretly filming men hitting on them,
Oh yeah,
and the men
we saw this.
like, you can't just Me Too'd a little. He wanted to rail me, and he worked them out and blocked the guy because he asked me what I wanted to do instead of just telling where to go, and especially about what to eat. It is in our
Yes.
blood. Back in the caveman times, we didn't have a choice. You hunted the mammals and you dragged them back to the cave, and that is what we ate. So you choose. You bringing home Chipotle is the modern man bringing home a mammoth carcass.
I love that analogy so much. Although down here in South Africa, it's, you know, we're bringing home the braai food. And funny enough, you'll find in a lot of households that the woman will do a lot of the cooking. However, when it comes to the braai, it's always the guys. And we will have a dedicated braai master who will click the tongs exactly twice before he starts his work.
One time I was gonna have sex with this dude after a concert, and we
What is... Oh, gee, whole behavior, I'm so tired of it.
went to shower off, and I did this naked little jig and went, it's time to wash me holes, and he made me go home.
I would have done the same thing, but I wouldn't even gotten into that situation in the first place, but okay, that was kind of funny. We act! Yes, it is! Welcome, welcome! Situation, how you doing, my brother? From another, like, a couple of thousand Ks away. Underworld Fox, get used to it? No. I will reform this world and make it conform to the holy image of Jesus Christ as he so intended. We will all be holy and moral people, and we will stop this gooner world that has destroyed society as a whole. I'm good. How's everyone doing? We're pretty good. We're reacting to our women okay, and it turns out they're actually not okay. They are posting their L's on social media, and they're never being upfront and direct with the guy, which is like the simplest thing you can ever do. I am vaporizing right now. Why is it summer over there? Or has Hans got the Flammenwerfer on you? Is that why you're vaporizing?
No! No, don't fumble the quirky girl, no! I'm out eating with this guy, and he took the bill, and I offered to pay, and he said, okay, here.
You get what you deserve. Summer? Makes sense. If he offers to pay the bill, you say yes. However, if you guys are dating, this is my 2 cents. You should pay your respective halves. Unless he offers you out of courtesy saying, hey, do you want to go out? I will pay. Then you may say yes. But ideally, especially when you're dating, you let the guy pay half, you pay half, or you pay for your meal, he pays for his. Once you are married, men, if you have a job, you are doing the buying of the food. You are saying, wife, we are going to Denny's, and I'm buying you a burger and fries and a Coke. And I am paying, and there's nothing you can do about it. And she will say, yes, babe, let's go. And that is how it should be, and that is how it has been for thousands of years. Okay, we didn't have Denny's 1,000 years ago, but you get my point. She offered to pay, and he said yes. She did not expect it, exactly. But she should have. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say when you talk to guys. If I take my homie out for lunch, which I've done before, I've gone with the guys to go grab a burger somewhere, and he'll say, do you want me to pay because he knows I'm broke and I'm in debt just getting airtime? I'll say, yeah, thanks. And he'll pay. Boom, no arguments. Or maybe I'll say, hey, do you want to come over? I'm getting a large kilogram of fries and I'm paying. He said, yeah, sure. Boom, I pay, no questions asked. That is how it should be in this scenario. He asks you, do you want to pay? You say yes, he pays. Simple. You say no, you pay. Simple. You always have to agree with the woman, so he did it right somewhat. I'm tired of this logic. Women are not always right.
I love this
But he was in the right. If she says no, you don't pay. Simple as.
trend of women being like, I want this, and men being like, okay, and women being like, wait, no, not like that. For the love of God, just say what you mean.
That's exactly what I've been saying this whole time. Say what you mean what you say. Just pay the meals you ate. That's what I do. When you're just dating a random person, you pay for your own meal. And if you make the offer out of your generous heart to pay for hers, and she says yes, you can pay for hers if you want to. And if she says no, she pays for hers. If it's your wife, you have a duty to pay for her meal, unless she explicitly says no and she's got her own job.
Men do not know how to play these mind games. These boys are
Well, I do, I just don't because I think it's a waste of time and effort.
autistic out here. A guy wrote to me on Tinder calling me quite the catch because I like nachos and Always Sunny. So I wrote back saying, well, if you're impressed by that, you should see my tits. And he unmatched me.
Men want wives, we don't want hoes.
I literally have no idea what men want. See, this
Oh, jeez. It is so simple what men want. We want to come home after a long day's work of manual labor. We want to pick up the kid on our shoulder and march down to the dinner table, sit down with the family, pour the gravy over the chicken, say grace, eat together, and hug the wife, and go to sleep. And spend an hour before that gaming with the boys. That's what we want to do. Send them to me? No. We're going to reform you so that you understand what is a good wife and a good woman, and we're going to get you a good one. You are not going to take the hose. Sure, that's it. No, CT, no. No. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. No. I want the same thing, but switch the roles. No, it's not how it works. You are the guy. You have to play the part.
This is a woman who has on her mind that men want sex, and nothing else.
No, that is not. That is a small portion of what we have a biological need towards. But that is not all what we want, There is a lot more things that we want. We want a house. We want a car. We want a family. We want little kids running around to play ball with. We want to come home to a cooked meal. And we want to make enough so that we can retire and go fishing with the boys. Yes, it is very important to have time with the boys.
So she came out too strong right out of the gate and scared him off. I was on a blind date. The guy opened up Tinder while sitting there with me and was swiping on girls. I guess I wasn't interesting enough. Haha. Oof.
Well, that could be a guy L, or it could be her L. I'm not sure. I think Tinder is gay and you shouldn't use it, but I don't actually know. And femboys, also 9 femboys.
A lot of pain in that, haha. What's the hardest thing you ever had to say? It's me or the PlayStation. He took the PlayStation over his marriage and 10-year relationship.
Absolute W. And I'm not saying this because PlayStation is better than a woman, but it sounds to me like this problem is much more deeper rooted than just the PlayStation. Okay, usually when an instance like this happens, it's because the wife is upset because he gets to have his 2 hours of playtime once every weekend. And they're generally just disgruntled and unhappy about it. So it's probably a W for him to take his PlayStation and just move out. You never give ultimatums because he will take it. Never give the ultimatum. Sort out your differences, and he will come to the table. But if you give him the ultimatum, he's gonna take it. If you give him the yes or no answer and you choose yes or no, he is going to respect your decision and you're gonna have to live with the consequences. It's as simple as that.
Oh my god. You know, I always say if somebody offers you an ultimatum between them and something else, take the something else.
Amen to that.
But in this case, I don't know, a PlayStation? Like, maybe there's more to this story, but ending...
Yeah, there's 100% more to the story. This shows me there is deep-rooted issues in their marriage. Although I'm not one for divorce.
A 10-year relationship and marriage over a PlayStation?
I just came to the realization why I'm single.
I wonder if it's because you're Karen. That's my bet. $50 on that.
Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives and they just look like so like...
I already realized. Nice. She was like a pig with a nose ring. Dude. I'll let you in on a secret. I hate any type of jewelry that involves piercing the skin. I think it looks ugly. I think it looks weird. Yes, even earrings. I am a 100% natural beautyist.
You know, not like this. You know, like...
Why is she wearing a supermarket bag? I have no idea, man. Have you seen the fashion shows that they do recently where people look like they're absolute clowns?
And my tattoos are gone. That's why...
Yeah, by the way, guys do not want a roided up horse with tattoos for a wife, just by the way. Some might, but most don't.
Guys don't want to wife me up. I thought these men wanted, like, you know, big, strong, tough girls.
Okay, so first of all, she will find a man, okay? She's adorable.
She will. Most guys probably don't want someone specifically like that, but we are 100% willing to look past that if you've got a good personality.
She's self-aware. She's just a little quirked up white girl with tattoos. Who doesn't like a little quirked up white girl with tattoos? I personally love tattoos.
L.
I love piercings. If I wasn't such a pussy, I would look like this.
When I was a kid, I always wondered how they go through the security scanners. Did you ever arrive at the answer?
In high school, I was so determined to get an Avenged Sevenfold logo
True.
on the back of my neck. So happy that didn't happen. But anyway, some men do like her style. And trust me, judging by the internet, men love muscle mommy.
No, we don't love muscle mommies. We love toned tomboys. Make tomboys great again.
But if she's not attracting the type of men she wants, she could just easily soften up her style. She could take the nose ring out. She could put her hair down. I'm not gonna say L or W. This is kind of neutral. I'm leaning towards W because she's so self-aware about it. But I think she's gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, queens. If a man leaves you after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man.
Wait, what? Man leaves you after you cheated? I take the what? The what? I love muscle mommy. I don't mind. But there is a cutoff line where you go from being muscle mommy to to looking like you're this roided up horse, okay? There's a fine line. Don't cross that line. Okay, if you cheat and he leaves, L on you, W for the guy. I am not for divorce, but unfaithfulness to this measure, that warrants the divorce. That is the only time I will ever accept it. As is written in the Holy Word.
Real men would work
this whole post reads like hose mad.
Through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws. When I thought my man was cheating on me, so I slept with his dad, but
What is wrong with you? Oh, Oh, jeez.
Actually, he was just planning on his proposal to me and I ruined it. What? When you go through his phone to see if he's cheating, but you find screenshots of you cheating.
Oh, damn. A diabolical dude. There is so many L's. What is wrong with this world? Why? Also, the dad, why? I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe there's a weird situation where, I don't know, some point in high school the guy's parents died, and so his friend who's 18, while he's 17, decides he's going to file for adopt papers, and then legally become his dad despite being a year older, and then maybe because the guy's only a year older, she's like, you know, if the dad's still young, maybe I'll go for him. I don't know, there could have been a dozen different reasons, I'm just speculating, but it doesn't matter who he is, how old he is, that's just wrong. Sweet Home Alabama, hell yeah.
When you checked his phone to see
What is that? You literally look like the Pepe Clown emote. When you checked his phone to see if he's cheating, but you found nothing, then suddenly he said, my turn. Uh-oh.
if he's cheating, but found nothing, then suddenly he said, my turn. Listen.
That was oddly specific, Fox. It was because back in high school I had a weird novel idea of a guy whose parents got killed in a car accident. So because his friend was, well, didn't want him to go to an orphanage, he decides to adopt him. And so, you know, that's how that story went. My dad's my best friend, that's what I titled it. It was actually a pretty wholesome story. I still remember it to this day. It was actually born out of a joke because me and this other friend were 1 year apart, and I mentioned that because I was technically 18, I could actually adopt her and become her dad. Which everyone listening in the classroom completely misinterpreted, and the rumors started to spread like wildfire. But we won't get into that. And so that's kind of where that wholesome idea came out from. But in the novel, they were both two dudes. Although, when I mentioned it to the friend, she was obviously a woman. But I digress.
If your partner wants all of your passwords and constantly wants to see your phone, reads all your texts, wants access to all your accounts all the time, and accuses you of cheating on them randomly, that's most likely projection, and they are cheating on you.
It's either projection or unresolved insecurities and trauma from either her dad or other boyfriend. One of the two.
Not all the time. Sometimes they have trust issues, maybe from a different relationship, and
I knew it.
in these cases, yes, it was projection. Mom of two leaves her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical night at a conference, only to be ghosted by.
Okay, I think we need to stop with this whole nonsense about the one. I saw an excellent video about the preacher, Vadi Bakum, who was talking about just how nonsense this is. See, the whole issue with the one is that you can never actually know if it is the one. And as soon as inconvenience and hardship comes, suddenly they're no longer the one. And I think it's because we have this very bad understanding of what love actually is. And I will give you guys a definition of what I believe love to be. Love is an act of the will accompanied by emotion that leads to action on behalf of its object. And this is completely opposed to the Greco-Roman myth of what love is, where Cupid shoots you at an arrow, in your cheek, and suddenly you're overwhelmed with feelings and passion. And once that passion and feelings fade, suddenly you no longer care about that person. So that's just my 2 cents. It takes years to find the one. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? I know someone. He was an elder at my church. He met his wife in America. Okay, so they got married in Florida. He knew her 6 months. They got married. And you know what? They have been together for like the last 30 years. And they have like 8 beautiful children. So the fact that it takes years to find the one, I heavily disagree. Now, it may take, years to find someone worth marrying. That could be a separate issue. But I do not think that this whole idea of a soulmate or the one is actually a real thing, okay? There are plenty of people who you can choose to marry. Like my friend who married his girlfriend after 10 years of relationship. Yeah, but then that didn't take years to find the one, obviously, because she was that one, quote-unquote, from the very get-go if they got married. But either way, I completely disavow the whole the one ideology. I think it's a whole lot of bull rubbish.
By him. I'm sorry, are we supposed to feel bad for this bitch? Because I don't. Men, if the DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby.
No, it doesn't. Hose mad. No, it doesn't.
Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better.
It takes years to decide she's the one. No, it doesn't. That's nonsense. It can take you literally 6 months to figure out if she's the right one. It is that simple. Is she a woman of the Lord? Yes or no? If yes, you get married that year. It's as simple as.
What? Woman, 30.
If you're in the secular world, yeah, that's kind of a downer. There is no way to know.
7 stabs husband multiple times after finding explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner.
Oh man, this is so crazy. What? She stabs her husband because he had photos of her when she wasn't a hog? That's crazy. Why would you... No. That's crazy right there. 37 stab wounds? That's crazy. You didn't confront him about it, you didn't ask, you didn't go to nothing. It was just stick. You just stabbed him sideways with like a bent knife, and that was it. Because what?
No!
I hope she spends the rest of her life in jail. That is absolutely deplorable.
This man texted me, "Thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved. I can't wait to make you my wife someday." It's gay shit like that that makes me want to cheat.
I'm sorry, what? Fellas, is it gay to have a wife?
Women be like, wow, thanks! This is why
And that is why men don't want to date.
it's so fucking hard to convince men to open up. I hope and pray this king has found someone who actually appreciates him. When he cheated on me with the same girl my other ex cheated on me with.
Wait, what? Hold on. So, there's the other girl that both your exes now cheated you on with. Well, damn.
Girl, that isn't your average hoe. That's your arch nemesis.
True.
You need to either defeat her in battle or commit seppuku right now.
Yeah, you gotta bring out the candles and do the pentagram thing that I see girls do a lot.
No other way.
You gotta consult your neighborhood Wiccan. Fellas, is it gay to breathe? I mean, you were literally inhaling. I don't like where this logic is going.
Betrayed. I suggested an open marriage to my husband
Immediate divorce.
to spice up our sex life. He then fell for his lover and I was heartbroken.
Serves you right. It was an absolute L on both sides, but serves you right.
Many such cases. Woman wants
Yeah,
to
we can
open
talk
up
about
the
it later.
marriage, man finds someone else, and leaves with her.
I'll show you off stream. I'm not sure if I even want to see it, but okay.
Because as soon as you open up the marriage, he's not going to take it seriously anymore. Because you're not taking it seriously anymore.
Literally.
And a lot of people just can't be polyamorous. They can only be monogamous. They can only give their love
As God intended.
and intimacy to one person at a time. So L. Common open marriage L. Getting 2 jobs and telling my boyfriend that I'll work 70 hours a week so I can pay the bills so he can find his dream job, to find out he was cheating on me on the days I worked 16 hours.
Oh, jeez. No gay, you scoundrel? What? Huh? I'm confused. What do you mean by that? Yeah, I'm also confused. Wait, so she got 2 jobs, and you work 70 hours a week, so you can pay the bills, so he can find his dream. Why are you living with your boyfriend? That's weird. You shouldn't live with your boyfriend. No. You live with your husband. That way you prevent situations like this from happening.
When he went on Tinder right in front of me an hour after taking my virginity.
Oh, jeez. I feel like that's something you probably could have seen coming.
I nursed my cheating husband back to health from severe brain trauma. Then he cheated again.
Oh, jeez. I mean, it is her husband. She does reserve the right to be merciful to him. But I feel like after the second time, you should probably divorce him. Want to show the meme I was quoting? Ah, okay.
Okay, so I know this is about women posting their L's, but goddamn, these men ain't shit. No wonder
Yeah, that was man L.
there's so many insane, broken harpies coming at me when I talk about male loneliness. And no wonder there are so many men who think all women are lying whores. Y'all are destroying yourselves. Stop cheating. Is it that hard to not f someone? I don't think so. Look at my audience. Full of people who haven't done that. I'm
Looking at you guys, by the way. Hold up. I need to quickly pull up the other chat. Give me a sec. Oh, jeez. I accidentally... Oh, no, I broke it. Oh, dear. Come on, get out. There we go. Why is it so hard to just move chat boxes around? There we go, much better. Alright, I'm good.
I mean, the whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment. I didn't
Jeez. First of all, lady, please dress appropriately. Secondly, that's just hoe behavior.
really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart.
What? That is disgusting psychopath behavior. What is wrong with you?
It was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
I agree with Show. Begone thought.
Demon! Be gone, vile woman! Congratulations, you have created another person with trust issues. People like this should be in jail. People
I actually agree. Put him in jail, and you won't have it happen.
like this should be in prison. People like this should be thrown in the pit. Remembering the time he came home and told me he cheated on me, so I slept with him and made him tell me I was better.
Oh, jeez, that is so pathetic. If he cheats on you, he is not worth keeping around. Just... He clearly is not worth your time.
When I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me, instead of breaking up, he had me and the other girl give speeches on why he should stay with either of us, and when he chose me, I took him out to dinner and got him thank you present.
What? Okay, it's kind of weird he made them give speeches. I mean, you know, I can see he's logically evaluating his options, but I feel like... Why would you even give the speech? That is just grounds for immediate separation. If the guy's cheating on you, just leave. Why should you need to give a guy a speech and take him out, you know, to dinner and get him thank you presents just to prove your worth when he's clearly not interested in keeping you as his one and only? I don't understand this. He is clearly not deserving of you. Why should you give him a freaking speech and thank you presents? Same reason why they stay with a boyfriend who beats them? They shouldn't.
Never was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money.
Then he's just going to get cheating and money. It's not going to work like that.
Me remembering the time
It's like, what is that thing? Stockholm Syndrome, but like a little bit different.
I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined.
Oh, jeez. Okay, first of all, it is an absolute L. You get cheated on, but you shouldn't even ask to join, okay? But I can understand why. This is a very heartbreaking scenario where she wasn't thinking clearly. I hope she finds someone better, though.
Women, get some self-respect.
Yes, please.
Holy sh**, I would say you could do better, but honestly, I don't know anymore. Turn up the cheat.
What?
All women should have an affair once in their life. It made me feel sexier.
Hog's mad, if you ask me.
And look younger.
Also, ho's mad as well. This is absolute retarded logic. Why would you want to do that?
First of all, did it? Second of all,
No, it didn't.
this is the kind of shit the average woman has blasting into her mind 24/7. And you wonder why like 45% of them are destined to be single in 2030. And on the
Stop listening to these retarded influences telling you to yas queen and go and cheat whenever you want. No, that's not how it works. You are going to end up sad and alone because no guy's going to trust you ever again.
flip side, you have all these like manosphere red pill people
It's like freaking Andrew Tate.
excusing cheating, but that's a video for another day. Is the man I'm cheating with lying to me like he does to his wife?
Wait, what? I have Cytrons blasted to my mind. I don't even know what that is. Is he like, what? Why are you cheating with a guy? What?
Yes. Yes, he is. Next, I've cheated on every single one of my significant others. Would you still take a shot?
No. Men don't want to date hoes.
Fellas, would you take a shot? I swear to God, women with big titties
Music genre? Oh, okay.
can get away with anything. The power dynamic of the world is this. The peasants, the rich, the elites, the deep state, women with big titties.
I mean, you guys watch VTuber, so you can probably confirm this.
Broke up with my boyfriend who loved me so I could hook up with my coworker that I've had a huge crush on since forever, who just got out of a 3.5-year relationship. All to get pumped and dumped.
Okay, yeah, you kind of deserve that L. If you're gonna break up with your boyfriend just to go whoring after someone else, and you get surprised that you got pumped and dumped, shame on you. I have no sympathy. I have sympathy for the boyfriend.
Thinking about how my perfect first boyfriend who was nice and bought flowers and gifts and
Your as death simp can prove true.
planned surprise dates and never followed girls on social media, and how I dumped him because I was bored and went off to date men who literally abused and cheated on
Why would you do that?
me, LMAO. Thinking about the time I left a man who would do anything to make me happy for a literal bum.
Why are you so? Why do women keep doing this? What? You have a perfectly fine guy. Why would you cheat or leave him? Are you stupid? Are you retarded? Same thing for guys who do this. Why are you stupid?
When I had a boy that had loved me unconditionally since we were 13, flies across the country to surprise me, and after 2 years still supported me and worshipped me, and I let him down for a lying, cheating piece of shit.
Why would you do this? Women complain there's no perfect guys for them. They'll complain there's just no men out there. And then they will do this. And they wonder why guys will never approach them.
I'm starting to suspect there's not a male loneliness epidemic, and it's more of a avoiding these evil bitches epidemic.
Which leads to the loneliness epidemic. You know, the kind causes and effects of each other. Get karma? Hell yeah. What goes around comes
This
around.
video was turning me into a misogynist. I always thought the woman leaving
Next thing you know, Show0nHead's going to be lobbying for women to lose their vote again.
the nice guy for the bad boy and getting her heart broken was a silly trope. Like, I knew it happened, but I didn't know it happened this much.
There are reasons why we have stereotypes, people. And that's true for all the stereotypes.
L's all around. Throw these women in the pit. I hope
Amen to that.
these guys find women who appreciate their
Yes.
niceness, because believe it or not, despite popular belief, most women do like that. I asked him how tall he was, and he said, I'm 5, and I immediately hung the phone up. Turns out he's 5'11". How do I apologize?
You don't. You don't get him back. It's over. You took your shot and you blew it.
I rejected the sweet
If you're gonna judge a guy based on his height, I'm sorry, you don't deserve the guy. Simple as. It's okay to like tall people. It's okay to like short people. But if that is your criteria for a potential mate, you got it all wrong.
guy various times. Then a couple months later, he's dating someone new. Then once I got home, I cried.
W for the guy. Serves you right.
The time my prison pen pal came out of jail, f***ed me once and
What the heck's a prison pen pal? Oh, prison pen pal, not pen pal, okay.
never spoke to me again after 2 years of telling me he loved me and wanted me to be in his life forever.
Well, he was in jail, so I wouldn't have trusted him in the first place, but that's a bit of an L.
I'm sorry, your what? Your prison pen pal? You're telling me the convict in jail was not a good person? Of all people?
Wow. Who could have guessed?
I left my husband because the sex was boring. Now I'm having the same problem with my new partner.
I was mad. I feel sorry for the guy. He should divorce her and find someone better.
There is a common factor here.
I'm noticing a pattern.
He proposed. Aw, that's nice. To the girl he dated after me.
Oof. That's gonna sting.
Oh, I know we all let our dogs eat us out at least once.
Oh no, please, not the white woman and the dogs meme, no. I thought this was only a meme on like 4chan. Is this actually true? Please don't let it be true, please don't. If this is actually true, I'm sorry. I'm flying to Japan right now. I can't with these people anymore. Please let it not be true.
I'm sorry, we? Us? Who is this us and we
Do we tell her?
you speak of? One time I was riding a dude
Caught? How do we tell her? I feel like it's not my place to explain.
and he pressed my bladder, so I ended up peeing all over him for a solid minute, and after I said, I'm claiming my territory.
That is so cringe. Keemstar interviewed one once? I am morbidly curious, but I also don't want to know.
I pee in the shower so frequently that my feet are dyed yellow.
What? Aren't like most bathrooms right there by the shower? Like, why don't you just use the bathroom before showering? What is wrong with you people? Bleh.
I left my underwear on the bathroom floor after my shower the other day, and now there's ants eating my discharge.
Why would you post this? Why? Nobody else needs to know about this. Just be an adult and go clean up your mess. What? Yes, exactly, Chief. What?
I'm not showing this, but it's literally just dirty underwear with ants all over it. You know,
Why would you post this? What is wrong with you? Exactly why?
growing up, I was always told, like, oh, boys are the smelly
Yeah, you know that nursery rhyme, boys are rotten, made out of cotton or something, and then, girls are made out of Pepsi or whatever, and we get fed this lie that they're these, perfect, untouchable, holier-than-thou things that can never do no wrong, they don't even fart, nothing. We reach adulthood, we found out it's the total opposite.
messy gender, and I don't know about that. Confession, one time somebody nutted in my mouth and his semen was chewy.
What? Why would you confess this to everybody? We didn't even know this.
I held back tears. Oh god, this one made me gag. Whose L is this? Is this hers or the man's?
Both.
I don't even know. See a fucking doc.
I'm still horrified to find out girls poop from both. What? Huh? That's a thing? What? Like, I've heard of the horror stories from transgender people having issues like that, but I didn't know that this was something that happens to women. What? As far as I'm aware, the digestive tract shouldn't, cross paths with the urinary tract if I'm not, unless my biology's outdated. The heck? A trans person told me that? Ah, yeah, you see, that's what happens when, guys get a surgery, then that happens. I don't think that actually happens to women, okay.
Doctor. Okay guys, I really need help. Every check from my sugar daddy
That doesn't happen to real women, I'm sorry. No.
bounced. Wells Fargo is closing my accounts and I'm gonna owe them a lot of money. Like thousands and thousands. I'm in a full-blown
Well, worth the snip. Nothing is worth the snip.
panic right now. I don't know what to do. As a socialist, I really hate to say this and
I'm confused and horrified. So am I. Why would you ever do that to yourself? I have no idea.
wish we lived in a different society and didn't have to give all our time and our life to this labor under this evil capitalist system, but get
I hate comedy so much.
a f***ing job, bitch! I spent
Literally.
$20K on plastic surgery to try to get a man, but it hasn't worked. I've been single for 7 years.
Because, oh jeez, what is this? What? This looks like someone who's been using Blender for 2 years trying to make a character. Sorry, not 2 years, 2 weeks. What? That does not look like womanly proportions whatsoever. Looks like a Roblox character, exactly. This looks, those female Lego characters? Like, you can literally just draw their little square right here, and then their hips will do this in the sides. It looks like you just cut out all the excess of the Lego character, and there you go.
Well, you went from cute and unique to like cookie cutter Kardashian alien, but perhaps it is not the way you look. Maybe it is something else.
Guys don't want a girl who wants to spend 20K on plastic surgery, okay? We don't think you look ugly. You're not ugly. You don't need to look like some freak show with plastic in their face.
do not have to look like a blow-up doll to find love. In fact, you're more likely to not find love looking this way. $25,000 L. Everyone my age is having children, buying houses, and getting married. And I'm just over here crying with happiness that I got to hear Hillary Clinton say human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights in person.
I'm sorry, lady, but your priorities are a little bit skedaddled.
You don't have kids? How old are you? Me, 31. That surprises me. I'd be lost without my kids. I mean, how do you find meaning in life? Me. Marvel keeps coming out with films, so I have that.
Oh, damn. I hate that I relate to this.
Average millennial. Reject love and family. Embrace corporate media slop.
Keep consuming product. Don't ask questions. When the new product comes out, just consume more product.
Okay, it's one thing to just not want kids. It's another to cope like this.
Okay, but the Marvel movies were pretty okay up until Endgame. After that, there was like 2 W's, the rest are all L's.
At least I have Marvel movies. At least I have Hillary Clinton. Bleak. Thinking about the fact that I offered him $100 a week to add me back on Snap and talk to me, and he said no. I was so ready to pay that too.
Oh jeez, that is just so desperate. Why would you do this to yourself?
Still am. I will still pay you to.
I would not add a person who wants to pay me to add them. That just screams freak behavior.
Add me back, please, I'm begging. Could you imagine this reversed? Like men paying money to talk to a crazy woman?
Pretty sure
Oh,
that
wait.
happens. Ah, yes.
That's like 60% of my Discord.
I'm real. Yeah.
Donnie, nice to meet you.
Fun fact about Donnie, he's a Marvel nerd. Are you into Marvel?
You know what? No. Like my brother watches them, but I just can't get into anime. Like
Marvel and anime, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but she's not cultured.
okay.
Like, you can't not like Marvel. It's amazing. There's
Okay, but I disagree with that point too.
so many different things, and it's not anime. It's just like a bunch of superheroes who try to save everybody.
Oh no. We need to hook this guy up with the other woman who's like 31 and single and only looks forward to Marvel movies. They are a match made in heaven.
True.
When I remember that I basically begged a dude who had his mattress on the floor and a plastic jug full of loose change on his mantle to be with me, and he said no.
Wait,
Still
what?
can't believe I f***ed a guy who made me drink water out of a Tupperware container.
Oh, jeez. What is wrong with you guys?
I f***ed a guy with actual shit on his floor. Okay, this is why so many women think men aren't improving or putting in a lot of effort, because they don't have to. They can have literal shit on their floor and you will f*** them. How are women's standards so high and simultaneously so low? I'm a liberal. It's hard to find masculine men to date who aren't conservative.
I wonder why.
Ladies, stop f***ing thinking you need your man to align with you completely. Because you know who's gonna align with you completely? A woman.
In some cases.
A woman with bipolar disorder. Woman marries a dog after 2
Oh no. Oh no. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Please. I don't like the implications of this.
220 failed relationships with men. The fate of every lonely man is suicide, and the fate of every lonely woman is marrying her dog.
A white woman moment? True.
Unfortunately, I can't make a cute recap video of this year because I spent 2022 ugly crying over my ex, quit my job, ended up in the psych ward, and got an STD.
Oh jeez, what is wrong with you people?
It really does need to be studied why women love posting their L's.
There's a reason why women choose the bear. Yeah, cause they're retards.
My theory is that like women's go-to humor is self-deprecation. Like,
And it only works for men. The reason why men are good comedians because our self-depreciating humor is funny. It's not for a woman.
female comedians do it often. Even me, like I'm constantly making self-deprecating jokes in videos.
She does? I don't even know this.
So it could be that, or it could be just like a cry for help or attention. I have no idea, but what I do know is you couldn't beat this shit out of a man. So that was that, whatever that was. Wait, I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. Post one of your biggest L's. Did you ever fumble a relationship? Did a girl flirt with you 10 years ago and you did?
There's an actual book where a woman goes on an island as a caretaker of an empty mansion, falls in love with a bear, and makes love. Oh, jeez. Let me guess, written by a woman?
Didn't realize she was flirting until now. If you want to support the channel,
Yeah, that has happened to me a couple of times.
please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. I'm doing Christmas cards again this year. $5 and up, you get a personalized Christmas card.
I mean, I'd pay for that. Imagine having a Christmas card from Shoe0nHead. The only problem is that I live in South Africa and, well, post tends to get stolen.
And a sticker, so stay tuned for that, and yeah, bye!
You're gonna give me an L? Why would you give me an L? Alright, that was a nice video. Clappies. Bing. Copy. Nice. Clappies, boys. That was a decent video. I like that. Clappies, yay. Thanks, Simp, I think, for recommending that one.